Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we have a John Doe that was found in Atlanta, Georgia, May 4th, 1985. And it says his estimated age is 35 to 50 years old, but I don't know. He doesn't look like he could be near 50. He looks younger to me, but it's just an estimated. And he was estimated PMI was only hours. He was 5'9" and he weighed 145 pounds. He was found in an alley behind a building, and they did DNA testing, but they said it showed profile for more than one person. I can't. Does that mean that it shows a profile for more than one person that's been reported missing and they don't know what happened to them or what? Anyway, it shows a recognizable face, black, short hair, faint black mustache, gray shirt with gray stripes, gray pants, red socks, female red panties. And you would think somebody would know who it is. And here's the picture. And, that's somebody's son, maybe somebody's brother. It could even be somebody's dad. Apparently they have fingerprints. So then I went looking to see who's missing. And this young man, kind of with the mustache right there. See how he's got the mustache right there? Even though he went missing in 1983 and he was 16 at the time, so he would have been 18 in 1985. I don't know, it kind of reminded me of him. I don't know if it could be him or not, but I feel like it might be somebody that just either wasn't reported missing or maybe something happened to the missing case files back in the 80s or the 90s, with a flood or fire damage or a pipe leak or something. I don't know. So if you have a loved one or a friend or somebody that you knew that went missing around that time, please check NamUs and make sure they're in NamUs. Make sure the investigators have put their missing case into NamUs, because if they're missing, they should have a NamUs case file. And if not, please try to get investigators to put them in, and also see if you can't get them put on the Doe Network and the Charlie Project as well. Anyway, so we're going to look at some missing persons. We have this man, Maurice LaRon Jefferson. Forgive me for not pronouncing that right. He's been missing since November 30th, 1983 from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He was only 16 years old and he was 5'11", and that man was 5'9". So he weighed 120 pounds at the time that he went missing. He had black hair and it was tipped with red. Brown eyes, a mole on his right ear, 2 warts on his right wrist. He was also bow-legged. His usual basketball practice attire: t-shirt, short pants, long socks, and tennis shoes. A former choir boy who planned to become a doctor was last seen leaving his family's Fort Lauderdale, Florida home to attend basketball practice at Dillard High School, November 30th, 1983. He left his wallet containing all his money and identification lying on a television set in the living room of the family home on Northwest 30th Terrace. 2 unidentified teenage girls told deputies that they saw 2 black men in an Oldsmobile approach him that night while he was shooting basketball in Franklin Park. They saw the men force him into the car. The FBI entered the case, but then they just dropped it after another youth reported having seen him a few hours later. And I don't know if he could have thought he saw him a few hours later, and it could have been somebody else, because obviously it couldn't have been him because he's still missing, right? There were never any strong clues or even sightings. The family hired a private investigator and turned up nothing. So he's been missing since that whole entire time. And they never actually, they dropped the case, so they didn't really investigate it. And then the next person we have is Marvin E. Baker. And he went missing, but it says July of 1985. And this man was found in May. So I don't know when he was reported missing, if he actually went missing in July, because sometimes they don't get reported missing for 10, 20 years. Last in Kansas City, Missouri. Date of birth, they're not sure. It's 1951. Age 34 years old, 5'9", 145, 150 pounds, black short hair. Wearing blue pants and a white shirt, blue tennis shoes. He left home to meet someone, and he's not been home since. And if that date is correct, then that couldn't be him. But I don't know if the date's right or not, or when he was reported missing. Then we have Gregory Eugene Thompson, and he went missing all the way in California, and he wasn't missing till June 30th, and this was found in May. So I was just trying to go back through them. Well, 1984, 1985, so he went missing a year before, so that's fine. 5'9", 160 pounds, 26 years old, small mole on upper ear, not from a piercing. Light blue parachute pants, blue top. He was last seen in Van Nuys, California. They have no idea what happened to him. This man went missing this all the way in California, and he's estimated to be about 5'10". So to me, that's just way too far away. Unless, it's somebody that was flying somewhere and changing planes or something in Atlanta. This one, they believe he was possibly a homicide victim. In 1983, though, so... Like I said, I really couldn't find any matches. If you have any like I said, if you know anybody that went missing, please make sure that they're in the nameless case files, because I feel like it's probably somebody that wasn't even reported missing, or was reported missing, or is a runaway or something, and somehow didn't end up in the nameless case files. But I just don't know. I don't know if it could be any of these missing people. But those are the only ones I could find. And I just feel like in Atlanta, Georgia in 1985 that, they had more people missing than what I could find. And like I said, I don't know if something might have happened to the case files, because, they have floods, they have plumbing issues. Sometimes it depends on where they're stored. So don't forget to pray for his family and his loved ones. Feel free to leave comments, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.